So, all right. So for the Halloween party last night, Miss Kate dressed like Captain Marvel.
Which we told our listeners last week.
And the only costume that worked for me was Fat Thor.
It worked wonderfully. You did all of it yourself.
I did. I purchased
I did find
beard.
you the robe, though.
You spotted the robe,
I
yes.
spotted the robe.
Across the
That's
room.
Salval.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Very
So I
fulfilling.
was Fat Thor. And
It was a hit.
It wasn't. Nobody knew. For like the third year in a row, nobody knew what the hell I was supposed to be.
Some people knew. And then we put it on Facebook, and people were giving you a lot of compliments.
No.
Have you not seen it?
No, they did not give me compliments.
Yes, they did.
They gave you compliments.
No. A lot of them were for you.
No, that's
yes,
not true.
it's very true.
I refuse to believe that.
I'm trying to give you a compliment.
I'm not taking it. I
Fine.
refuse.
Leave my compliment at the door, and let's start the episode.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you for coming back. We're once again fighting. This is episode 20. I am
20?
joined by the man. By the way, I'm Kate, if you didn't already get that.
Yeah.
I am once again joined by the man who believes that the guests with bags line at Disney Park should be solely for old ladies. Patrick.
Bag ladies?
You know, the guests with bags.
Oh.
Tuppence the bag.
Tuppence, the bag. We told that story.
Patrick thought that...
When I was a kid growing up, I thought that in Mary Poppins, the lady that fed the birds was named Tuppence. Feed the birds, Tuppence, the bag. That's what I thought it was. I thought her name was Tuppence and she was a bag lady.
And that she didn't know old ladies are called bags.
Bag ladies, that's
Your
right.
old bag, yeah.
Yeah, so
Tuppence the bag.
the bag lady. Yeah.
Tuppence, the bag.
Yeah, I thought that was a very nice song about this nice woman named Tuppence.
Maybe it is.
And that's why I named my first daughter Tuppence.
And that's why now for next year you have your Halloween costume.
I will be Tuppence the bag.
That's exactly right.
Oh my God.
Here we go. And then I'll carry around a little sign that says "Guests with Bags," and you can walk through it.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't I do
partner
that this
costume.
year? I would have done awesome.
I had said out loud. I
Tuppence
don't know if you
the
heard me
bag.
say it last night. We should have planned like a Haunted Mansion themed couples costume. We should have done the bride.
Themed.
The bride and her many husbands.
Nobody would have gotten that.
I know we had some dedicated Disney folks there last night.
I think so.
Absolutely.
You had one.
No, there were a couple. There were a couple.
Two.
There were 4. We had at least 4 people that would have gotten that.
All right.
I guarantee you.
Hey,
Anyway,
we're back.
We're back, and we want to thank you all so much because this past Wednesday, when we debuted our most recent episode, we had the best download day ever with 56 downloads.
And that's
Commendable.
nice.
In the grand scheme of things, we're not Mark Maron. We're not up there.
We're not hitting the million mark yet.
No, but that's pretty good for us in one day to get 56. That's our best day ever. So thank you for that.
Now, how's that compared to the other podcasts you and I used to do?
Oh, see, here's the thing.
Oh, I
That old
thought you were
That old
talking.
gem. I truly don't remember. I think per week. I don't know. I have to look into that because I don't
right
remember.
now, there's 56 people going, there was another podcast?
Yeah, well, not. I mean, it's the same. It's us being ourselves, but talking about pop culture and movies and video
And we
games.
had fun doing
we had
that, too.
a blast doing that one. We did that for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And then we just didn't have time to keep it going. And then we did have time to start this one. And in 2 years,
Well, 6 months.
in 30 minutes, we will say goodbye to this show and move on. Speaking of moving on, let's talk about our questions of the week. We had 2 this week. We asked you all, what new topics should we discuss on future episodes? And we had quite the response from the Corpus Delicti pod, excuse me.
Well.
Corpus Delicti pod. They said, could you please talk about fast pass scheduling strategies?
Oh, you could do that. You
I
could
can
totally do that.
Best use of magic hour time, like which rides you would ride during the lower crowds. Best out-of-park dining spots at other hotels. And what to pack that you might not think of.
Those are great topics.
Thank you so much.
And actually, it's really funny because Kate now has taken the learnings that she has from our friend Vinny. When Vinny would walk us around Universal Studios, he would carry his phone with him and mumble things like, oh, the wait line's that bad. I got to go over there now. Or, we're running. Let's go.
We have 20 minutes, but we have to run.
Yeah, this line. We have to go this line now. So when Kate leaves a ride, we don't debrief about the ride and go, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Kate's looking at her phone going, run.
It's a TikTok song.
Actually, we could make that TikTok.
That would be really
you
funny.
Exiting a line and going,
We could have a Disney
"Run."
TikTok. Yeah, we have to spend a lot of time in the parks though.
Okay.
Which we don't.
Oh.
Okay, we'll move. We'll relocate. Sure. The astute tourist asks us to find the best churro. They tried the gluten-free one at the Nomad Lounge in the Animal Kingdom and said that they were great.
I would need to know where they all are. I don't know.
We had churros at. Well, I'll save that for the episode.
Oh,
I don't want to
right.
give it away. We had some yummy
An
churros.
all churro episode
Churro at a place you would
Welcome.
not expect.
to our 15-minute episode
On churros.
on churros.
Here we. Well, the public wants it, Patrick.
Oh, the public, yes.
Public. Matilda Mouse said, "Count down your top 10 attractions."
We could do that.
And I would like to do it separately from you.
Well,
I would like
screw
to.
you too.
I would like to hear what you think the top 10 are versus what I think the top 10
I
are.
think they'd be similar, but
with
not
some
the same.
Lovely variations.
I believe.
Yes. Let's see here. Brandy Malasky, one word, it's a username,
Oh.
asked for an episode on moderate versus value resorts. Do you get more bang for your buck by staying at a moderate resort? Also, top pick for value and moderate resorts. And also, which one has the best transportation? That's a great one.
Those are great questions.
Because I have strong opinions about if you should stay at a moderate versus a value.
And it totally depends on who's traveling with
person, the circumstances, what you hope
you.
to
How
get.
much time you're going to spend.
Yeah, because I've stayed at both, and I definitely have my thoughts and opinions on which one I prefer.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I won't tell you
it's a
anymore.
cliffhanger.
Woo. And then last but not least, Tej327 said, "I would love to hear the attractions that Patrick can't stand and why."
Oh, man. Yeah, I could do that. I could make a list of that. I can make a list of the ones that I just, yeah, man, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because as we have learned, watching Twitter especially, there's a hashtag called Diz Twitter, D-I-S Twitter, and that is full of people, full of immensely fanatical fans. I mean, and strong opinions. And there are definitely opinions about the best rides and the worst rides. And you can start Twitter wars that way by discussing all of that. So I would like to hear yours.
I'll start right now.
No.
I'm going to give you one.
No, okay.
Why would anybody in their right mind go to Magic Kingdom and ride the carousel? Everything that you can do, you put your child on a plastic horse and it goes around in a circle.
Well, it's right underneath the castle. It's in the shadow of the castle.
Okay.
Some kids are tinier, and that is
You asked my opinion.
I did.
I
I
gave
regret
you
it.
my opinion.
I wish I hadn't.
And that's just
We're gonna move on.
You know what grinds my gears? That's
that?
a new section for me.
What's that? Oh, okay. No, what really grinds my gears?
Disney gears.
It's like our offshoot of our pet peeves episode.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm all about that.
Okay, prepare that later in the episode. Get on top of it. Anyways, if you would like to get your voice heard in a future episode, please go ahead and leave us a voicemail, 814-314-9482. It can be a question, it can be a comment, or it can be a topic that you'd like us to discuss.
And we don't necessarily have to have it on the air, too.
No,
If that's something
yeah.
you're like, no, I absolutely don't
Please
want
don't
my
put
voice over the air.
We won't.
We
Just
won't.
tell us.
Yep.
We're very good listeners sometimes. Maybe not to each other, but to you, we'll listen very intently.
And we're really good listeners.
Yep, as I already stated. It's high time to get to the parks. So in the parks this week, we got an official press release for the Skyliner incident. So Disney came out and said that they had a team,
They said all that.
They said all of that in their press release. They said, we have a team diligently looking into the cause of the malfunction on the Epcot line of the Disney Skyliner. We have been in contact with the guests, many of whom were on the Skyliner for more than 3 hours until we were able to restart the system. We express our sincere apologies for the inconvenience and continue to work with each guest individually.
Place your bets, folks. Place your bets. Was that something that was human error? Or was that something that was mechanical?
We talked about this last week. We still don't know
Place
yet.
your bets.
We still don't know yet, but we will hopefully find out. Moving over to Epcot, the World Showcase is getting a brand new gelato cart.
Well, thank goodness.
Yes, they already had one in Italy, and this is where it's going. But this is going to be a brand new kiosk run by the Patina Group, and they currently run Tutto Italia and Via Napoli. This kiosk will have 12 different varieties of gelato and sorbet with some gluten-friendly and plant-based flavors. And we'll have a seasonal menu, and we'll incorporate local fruits into the recipes.
But there's already a gelato cart.
Right, they're updating it. That's what I just said.
Okay.
Again, you listen so well.
Okay.
Over at the Animal Kingdom, we got our first look at the new Tree of Life Awakening show for the holidays. So they're taking the current show and they're updating it to include scenes of winter animals frolicking in winterscapes with some festive music, and it looks very cute. I've always been really impressed by the show when we've caught glimpses of it. I don't think we've ever actually seen a whole entire one because we're always like either at like the Rivers of Light show or on our way to Pandora or whatever. We never seem to catch the full show, but from what I've seen, it always looks really nice, and this new show looks tremendous. And if you go over to Disney Parks, they have a YouTube clip of the sneak peek with some testing from the Imagineers. Along with that, the Animal Kingdom is also bringing back their winter tasting sampler, which costs $50. And this includes 2 digital value cards. You get one $50 card that can be used at over 40 outdoor food and beverage locations, and a bonus $10 card that can be used at certain quick service restaurants after 4 p.m. from December 22nd through January 4th. These include Restaurantosaurus, say that 3 times fast, Pizzafari, Flame Tree Barbecue, and Satuli Canteen, which is our favorite out of the bunch.
In Pandora.
In Pandora, correct. In addition to that, this is a nice part. With each $50 card purchased, you will receive 2 reserved seats for the second showing of Rivers of Light, We Are One. This has to be used between the 2 dates I specified. Let's buy some merchandise. So, in the merchandise field, Target shops are getting ready to open their satellite Disney stores very soon. I think they already opened. Around the country, there are separate shops from the actual Target stores that are selling Disney merchandise. I looked at the list, and the nearest ones to us are in Philadelphia and Stroudsburg. Those are the closest.
Those aren't close to us
not at all. Not at all. And then Target is set to open some within their actual shops as well. So if you are not near the parks, you can go over to one of these Target stores and pick up some of your favorite merchandise.
So I would like to know the history of this, because we had a Disney store in our mall and it closed, which tells me that there isn't.
Well, I don't think that these
big
are
enough.
They're not the Disney stores that used to be in existence. This is like a new thing with the pairing with.
But that's
Target.
what I'm saying. Like they can't. They don't do well enough to sustain them on their own.
No.
But if they go in with a store like Target, maybe they'll have a better chance.
Yeah, and if you think about it, it doesn't sound like it's as big as what the Disney stores used to be. It's just like this little offshoot. Especially if it's inside a Target, then it's just like another added section. But this is going to be a dedicated section to Disney items and
hopefully not replacing the Starbucks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and also they had some Haunted Mansion merchandise this fall that sold out very quickly. So this is something that people are looking for and wanting, so I would assume it's going to do very well, especially over the holidays.
Right, but the thing is, if they're going to do a small kiosk inside of a Target, they're not going to be able to get everything. They're going to be filled with Mickey Mouse dolls and not small stuff like the Haunted Mansion stuff.
Probably of the moment. It sounds like when they, with the Haunted Mansion's 50th anniversary, that's when it seemed they appeared in the Target. So I don't know if Disney is now doing this thing where it's seasonal, like, okay, now we're going to push this, they're going to push Frozen in these new satellite stores because Frozen's coming out in November, or the next movie that's coming up, they'll push like Maleficent.
I guess what I'm trying to say overall is that I'm surprised that with online ordering and catalogs and everything else that they're even trying this.
Right, with Shop Disney, you already have that
right.
at your fingertips. So I don't know. I mean, people I like to see things in person sometimes. I don't like to do clothes shopping over the internet because I like to know how it fits.
And you like to touch 1,000 pieces of clothing.
Do. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, this feels nice. I don't like this. Just keep
and
going.
that's how you pick me.
Exactly. By touch. And I put you back. And I was like, no, I can't. And then I'm like, no, I'll try it on again.
Yeah. And then it was, well, this is my only choice.
Is he on sale? Is he on sale? Do I have a coupon? Oh, I have my red card to get 5% off.
Oh, no.
Perfect. If you're in the market for a new Magic Band, there is a new Fantasyland Magic Band available. It includes Cinderella's Castle, the Beast Castle, plus other attractions in Fantasyland, along with Donald's butt from Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Oh, my. I know what your next Magic Band will be.
I don't know. I like
will we get a Magic Band? I don't think we will.
We can use our old ones if we go this time because we're not staying at a hotel. Right. But the new Magic Band you can get at select locations throughout Walt Disney World for $29.99.
$29.99.
You can also look for Spooky Mickey and Friends merchandise in the parks. This is seasonal for Halloween, and you can find plushes of Mickey as a vampire,
That makes sense.
Minnie as a witch.
Oh,
This
that
is
makes
cute.
sense.
This is actually my favorite of the bunch. Chip and Dale as Frankenstein and his monster.
That's awesome.
Very cool. And then Pluto as a mummy.
Yeah,
You can get that.
I like that.
This is the one I was really excited to tell you about, and you made me think about that as you were talking about eating Olaf. So,
Oh no!
are you ready for this? Coral Reef is going to debut a brand new menu on October 19th that is themed entirely around The Little Mermaid. Now, Coral Reef is a seafood restaurant. Okay? Okay, do you see where I'm going with this?
I totally see where you're going with this.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you in a minute what the menu is going to feature, but Patrick,
Lord, I have missed one.
yes, Patrick, I want you to tell me right now what's going to be on the menu.
Oh, well, I'll tell you right now
Mm-hmm.
that every 15 minutes the chef will come out and chase a little lobster around with the knife.
The machete, yeah. Yeah, I would love that. That would be great. But what are some menu items, since themed around the Little Mermaid, what are some menu items we're going to see?
I believe on the children's menu will be clownfish
Oh,
because it's tiny.
Little Mermaid
It's so
themed.
oh, Little Mermaid.
Not
Sorry,
Nemo.
Oh, sorry. All right, so let's see. There will be combs on every table, brushes, hair
Dingle
brushes,
hoppers.
on every table.
Yeah.
But no, not actual forks. I mean combs.
dingleberries.
You can cut that out.
It's not that bad.
Anyway, let's see. What else will be on the menu?
I knew you'd go this way with it.
I believe there is a surf and turf.
Okay. So it's Ariel and Prince Eric's dog.
Oh no, just Ariel.
But where's the turf? You have the surf. Because you're half and half. Oh no, that's awful. I was thinking like someone from the sea, somebody from the land. Oh no, you got it all in one fell swoop. I would assume that's going to be very highly priced.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
assume so. Mer people don't exist.
Do you get the little bra with it too?
The coconuts.
Is that your souvenir?
That's it's how the soup is served in the coconuts.
What else is on the menu before I actually tell you the real menu?
No, you go right ahead. I don't think I
well,
want to do any more than that.
You were a little close, not with the surf and turf, but you were a little close. There is a dingle hopper shrimp cocktail,
Oh,
which I would
see?
assume there's a fork to eat the shrimp cocktail.
All
There's Chef Louis' lobster
Oh.
seafood boil.
All right.
Again, poor Sebastian. And King Triton's key lime tart, because he was such a fan in the movie.
Because he was such a tart. King Triton was such a tart.
Because he had a lot of time for stuff like desserts in the movie. Oh, man.
Surf and
Surf
turf.
and turf.
Oh no.
Oh, my God. Somebody,
ashamed
let's go with
of myself.
Photoshop. Make me an image, please.
No.
Oh, please make my week. Our last item in dining is that there is a lovely cookie butter available at the Artist Palette in Saratoga Springs, featuring Mike and Sully from Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully are cookie sticks lodged in a cookie butter, and the cookie sticks look like Mike and Sully. This is $5.99 or a snack credit.
They need to sell a stick without anything on it and call it the what's the lizard's name?
Oh my God. To the internet.
Yeah.
Not Lawrence. Nope. Monsters, Inc. Villain. Larry? Is it Larry? Randall. I was so close.
Well, clean break. Randall.
Randall.
They need to make one with Randall on it. It's just a stick that's empty. Because he's a chameleon. He blends in. You never see him.
Oh, they should have color changing for Randall.
Oh, yeah, sure.
There you go. I could be an Imagineer. I don't want to be in education. I want to be an Imagineer.
Yeah. Oh, heck
Yes, that's the best idea ever. Give the girl with no drawing talent whatsoever the Imagineer
No,
job.
it does. You can still do that because what they could do is because they have those stones that change color based off of how hot or cold it was. I'm sure they could do the same thing with food dye.
Sure, but like I've seen Imagineer job postings and it's like should be, pretty proficient with Photoshop or, like drawing tools, drafting, whatever. It's like, no, I have the ideas.
Yeah, you're the idea man.
I don't have any way to make them, to visualize them except in my own mind.
Yeah.
So I could never do that.
Put that thing back where you came from, or so help me.
What the heck just happened?
Put that thing back where you
What is
came
that
from? Or
from?
so help me. Oh, come on. So help me. So help me. So help me. You don't know
Is that Monsters, Inc.?
Yes.
Okay, that's Mike Wazowski singing it.
Or me, whoever.
Or
I know
me.
it's very hard to tell the difference at times.
Yeah, you both have one eye. No. There you go. Let's chat a little bit about transportation.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Do you like that?
Way better.
Is that much better?
That's way better.
That's way better. Yeah. We got a new bus this week. Two new buses, actually. We got a bus that features Figment and also a Dumbo bus. They
nice.
join the new fleet along with a Lion King bus, Frozen, Moana bus, etc., etc., etc. There's been a ton.
And did I also read there's really exciting news about the buses?
You better believe it. They have surf and turf. They have signs promoting the surf and turf.
Half of the bus is fish, half of the bus is human.
Oh, I have a follow-up question on that. I don't want to ask it, but I do. So they're obviously going to ask you how you want your steak done. It's just, in my mind, I have terrible visions now.
Oh, all right. Also on the buses will be added Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So the Wi-Fi that's on in the parks, which is really good. They've done a really
it's
nice job
great.
with that.
Parks and the resort or the hotels.
Resorts, yeah.
Resorts.
They've done a really nice job with Wi-Fi, and now the Wi-Fi will be more consistent on the buses as well.
There you go.
Boy,
That's an oh boy
indeed.
for you, yeah. And make sure that if you are going to use that, it's a different Wi-Fi system.
Oh,
so
I
make
didn't
sure
know
that
that.
you either like
Why
save
would
the
they
information.
do that?
Just two different separate things, I would assume.
They can make it all one. I mean,
We are one.
Yeah, they have the ability to do that. So I'm a little confused why they would choose to do that.
Call up Bob Disney.
He is tied up with the Skyliner debacle.
Tied up?
No, I don't want to say. He's very busy with the Skyliner.
Still rocking in the
debacle.
corner? You told me he was rocking in the corner.
He is.
Let's head over to Galaxy's Edge. So I read an article this week discussing if Pandora was still more popular than Galaxy's Edge. It was a really great article because it looked at many different aspects about why we are seeing longer wait times still for Pandora as opposed to Galaxy's Edge. Keeping in mind that Pandora opened a couple years ago. I mean, it opened in 2000 and, 15, I believe. 15 or 16. I think it was 16, actually. No, maybe it was 15 because I think we went before we took the girls. Anyway, and you would think that a land like that, the popularity would sort of peter off, but it did not. Yeah. It's still very popular.
And that, to me, that's very explainable. I mean, very honestly, I think that's very explainable.
I have a list. But what do you think? What's your 2 cents?
I think that in Pandora you have a premier ride in Flight of Passage, and you have the other ride, which is so-so. But the land is very, very entertaining. So it's really hard to compare those with the Galaxy's Edge land, where one ride still isn't open. Let's have this conversation in a year. Let's have this conversation in a year when both rides are open.
Let's have it at the end of December. Even because
Well,
then
but it's still too new. But
the ride will have been open for a couple weeks.
I understand that, but let's have it. Let's have it in 6 months, and let's have and then let's see the numbers. I will bet you that Galaxy's Edge will be much more busy than Pandora. It's a little unfair right now to compare them.
Right. So wait times are still longer for Flight of Passage versus Smuggler's Run, which is. That makes sense. Okay, they're two completely different rides, and as many have said, and I had said early on, it's Smuggler's Run is the Na'vi River journey to Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
So, but there have been really low wait times for Smuggler's Run standby because again, there's no fast pass yet. 35 minutes the other day was standby for Smuggler's Run, whereas Na'vi River journey is 45 and above most days, and obviously Flight of Passage is 120 minutes.
Right.
Usually. Flight of Passage
125 minutes only because the queue is so long. It takes you that long to walk.
I love the queue though. Like it totally makes it worthwhile because it's so immersive,
long.
right? Yeah, it is pretty long. Flight of Passage can only service around 1,400 guests per hour, where Smuggler's Run can handle 1,800.
Interesting.
So an extra 400 people per hour.
Interesting.
And again, there's no fast pass for Smuggler's Run, but there is a single rider line which is missing from Flight of Passage.
Huh.
Which I've long since thought they should implement, but it's a high-ticket ride. Maybe they don't want to do that. Interesting to note that Pandora is a smaller land than Galaxy's Edge as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the capacity in that park area is smaller as well. Mm-hmm. Thinking about the food, Pandora wins hands down, from what I've heard. We haven't even been to Galaxy's Edge, but
we'll let you know.
It's from looking at the menus of Ronto's Roasters, of Oga's Cantina, of the popcorn stand, the milk stand. There's 4 different things, but the food offerings are very sparse compared to Statue.
And maybe when the other ride opens, they'll expand on that.
I would think that they are this is just me speculating. I know nothing. I know nothing. That they would come up with some sort of table service for Galaxy's Edge. Mm-hmm. That would really kind of.
Well, we know
that
we don't know. I'm not going to say we don't know, but we have heard rumors that they are going to have table setting for Toy Story Land.
Yes, that is true. There's going to be a barbecue.
Right.
And they're already starting work on that. They've already cleared some land for that. That'll be happening. But, you know.
So, I mean, my point in saying that is that it's all very changeable and all very fluid. And if they see that there's a need for that, they'll do it.
I'm anxious to see, too, when we go in a week. Oh, my God, it's a week. I'm anxious to see what the merchandise is like outside of the really expensive stuff that you have to either have a reservation for or cough up a lot of money, because you have the 2 reserved experiences with lightsabers and droids that are $100, $200, and then the Den of Antiquities that has a lot of high-end items that you could buy. So what is the normal type of merchandise that is not so expensive? You think of Pandora's gift area, the store area that as you come out from Flight of Passage, and there's a lot of great things you can buy. Yes, there are some items in there that cost a lot. The Banshees cost a lot.
Yeah.
You can make your own avatar. That costs a lot. But for the majority of people that want to buy a t-shirt or a hat or whatever, it's not that expensive. But you're thinking like, oh, I want to get a lightsaber. Well, it's $200. Well, I'm not getting a lightsaber. It's not like a magic wand, which was $40. That's affordable, I believe. $200, I don't feel the need to spend that. Yeah, I don't feel the need.
At the
as
end
much
of the
as
day,
I like Star Wars.
At the end of the day, it is a hunk of plastic.
Right, and what are you going to do with it?
Right.
I mean, my wand at least is decorative. It's on my desk at work. It's a great conversation starter. I can use it as a pointer.
Which is what you need with middle school students.
Exactly. Oh, it's perfect icebreaker for middle school students because a lot of them still like that. So I'm anxious to see what they actually do offer outside of the really high end stuff. And we're going to try to check out, as we've mentioned before, we have a reservation to Oga's in the morning for breakfast. We hope to head over to Ronto's Roasters for lunch, probably do the milk stand. At least one of us will get a drink. And there's also a popcorn kiosk as well. So we'll try to hit up it all. Our goal for next week is to try to get to all 4 parks in one day.
Yeah.
Ending at Epcot to see the new show with the Food and Wine Fest going on. Hopefully getting over to the Magic Kingdom to ride the Haunted Mansion and see the new merchandise. And then
I want to see the big cup holder in the sky.
Yeah, that's right. In Magic Kingdom, the new entrance for Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
We'll try to get over to Animal Kingdom just because we love that park. It's one of our favorite parks. Probably try to ride Expedition Everest once. I'd love to try to get over to the animation station at Rafiki's Planet Watch because there's a new Fast Pass experience there. You can draw things, which again, I don't draw. So if someone teaches me how to draw, that's even better. So anyway, we'll talk about our trip in more detail in a couple minutes, but we're just going to get to our last few news clips from Disneyland and beyond, which, okay, I guess I got to have I don't have a sound clip for that either.
To Disneyland.
You told me that last
and
week.
Beyond.
I'm going to save this one for another time. I have one more unknown sound effect that I'll save for a perfect moment.
Okay.
But at Disneyland and beyond, we got some new details for the Spider-Man ride coming to Disneyland in California. A few Imagineers revealed that there's going to be a new technology that will allow guests the feeling of shooting Spider-Man's web shooters on their own wrists.
Wow.
So the idea behind it is that in the ride, there are a few spider bots that have gone rogue, and Peter Parker must try to round them up. So this is going to be up to you as the guest. You will have to shoot your web and get the spider bots back.
Huh.
Another reason to go to Disneyland soon.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm game. Yeah.
So before we wrap up today, I just want to talk a little bit about our upcoming trip, which is going to be a very short trip. Literally going to be in Orlando for 2 days and 2 days only, and then we'll be home. But in those 2 days, we are, like we said, we're going to Disney for 1 day and Universal Studios for 1 day. Mostly to see Galaxy's Edge and Epcot Forever. Those are the 2 big things for us, and the Food and Wine Fest, 3, I guess. And then on Sunday to go to Universal to try to get on Hagrid's roller coaster. Hopefully there's no bees anymore. They got rid of the bees.
That's right.
And then, of course, our new yearly tradition, going to Halloween Horror Nights at the end of the day at Universal, which is so much fun. Can't wait to see the houses for Stranger Things, for Ghostbusters, for Us, the movie monsters.
Wait, they have a This Is Us room?
Yes, they have a This Is Us from NBC. Yes, that's exactly
You just
right.
walk through and cry.
It's Mandy Moore.
You just cry.
Decapitated
the entire
head.
time.
Yes, right. That's exactly right. It's not even scary. It's just all the sadness from the show. Perfect. So looking forward to that, to seeing all the new scare zones, riding some rides, eating some food, seeing the shows. It's going to be a great time. So
Yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about when we get back.
absolutely. We'll have a trip report.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
It'll be a short one too. It won't be too long. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll
talk
see.
a
We
lot.
tend to talk a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting time because hopefully, who knows if the Skyliner will be up. We have no idea. We've not heard anything about the reopening of it. We can't wait to talk about Galaxy's Edge with you and the new Epcot show and the Wine and Food Fest and just it's gonna be fast. It's gonna be furious.
Your family.
But guess what? Your family.
Yeah.
Patrick, I did hear one rumor about the parks
Oh,
from
and
Bob Disney.
we are all about rumors here.
Yeah,
We love him.
Is he here today?
I told you he's still dealing.
Okay, so he's not going to be here.
He might make an appearance.
Is it okay if I tell this on his behalf?
Oh, I think it's fine.
He told me.
He'd be fine. We also get him on the phone if we need to.
Okay, I'm just saying in case he were to be here, just let me know. So there was a article a couple of weeks ago about something new coming to Hollywood studios. Currently at Star Wars Launch Bay, there is a movie that is going on right now called The Path of the Jedi, and you can go in and watch and learn all about Star Wars. But it's going to be replaced shortly, in due time, by something called the Mickey Shorts Theater.
Oh. Where is this again?
It's going to be where the Path of the Jedi movie is currently being played.
Okay, got it.
So the Mickey Shorts Theater. And Bob Disney told me what we're going to see in the Mickey Shorts Theater.
Can I guess?
I think you probably could figure it out.
Go ahead.
Well, it's going to be a film of all the different shorts that Mickey has worn throughout the years.
It's going to be a very short because he's only worn one pair of shorts.
No, he's had several different colors.
Oh.
Steamboat Willie, he was black and white.
I don't see black and white. Oh, wait. No, I do see black
No,
and
you
white.
do
That's
see. You don't
right.
see red and green.
I don't see colors. That's right.
So it's just going to be a 20-minute video on loop of all the shorts Mickey's ever had.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
just shorts of a movie of the shorts he
Mickey
wore.
shorts, yeah.
Are we going to see
And they'll sell Mickey shorts.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they okay? So are they like traditional booty shorts, or are they?
Well, Mickey's had a very, very widely discussed style over the years. We're going to see some of his fashion choices, good or bad. So we will see some of those early days where he did wear booty shorts. It was not a good choice for him at the time, but he's seen the error of his ways. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So no Bob Disney today, huh?
Kate, hi.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
hi. I didn't realize you plugged in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm just calling to let you know that we're a little unhappy with you spilling the beans about the shorts.
Well, Bob, you told me that I was allowed to say it if you couldn't be here.
Well, I think you misunderstood me because that's kind of a big reveal.
Well, since you're here on the phone, could you tell us any more about Mickey
Excuse me,
shorts?
Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
No, we're not going anytime with the Skyliner. It's still broken. Thank you. It's for your safety, not mine. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what now?
So,
No, we are not moving the Skyliner, but thank you very much for your concern.
actually, Bob, I heard another rumor about the Skyliner.
Oh, what did you hear?
I heard that it's going to be replaced just with walkways.
Yes, that is true. It's going to be just walkways with major railings for safety.
I would assume it would have had a lot of railings.
Yeah.
I do have a question though about that because if there's walkways where the Skyliner currently is,
Yes.
a lot of that is through like muddy waters.
Thank you for asking that. You're right.
I didn't ask.
So here's the plan. The plan is to attach people directly to the lines and give them a holster to put them in, and they'll just dangle across, and that's safe, and they'll get there. And that way they can't crash. If they crash into each other, it's just like boom, 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 no problem.
It sounds a lot like when you're hooked into the experience at Animal Kingdom when you're on that trek that you can like walk up high and you're hooked into some lines so that you don't fall.
You just gonna ruin everying, are you?
Well, no. This is an existing thing,
Yeah,
Bob.
you're right.
I'm not ruining anything.
No, that's the plan. If we can't get this figured out, we're gonna go ahead with the people dangling plan.
Okay, great. How far off the ground are they going to dangle?
Takes care of the mud situation.
So it's like they're feeling like the feeling of flight, but they're not too far off the ground.
Yes, and especially in the rain, it'll be a wonderful experience.
in the rain, you say. So you're not going to shut down this new Is there a name for this new dangle system?
The dangle system.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it's a disappointing title, but you're not going to like shut it down if it starts to rain?
Lightning, and then if people like ran into each other too hard, we'd have to shut it down again.
So what are the
I really can't talk about this anymore.
Just one more question. Okay.
Right.
If it does rain and lightning thunder, what are the cords going to be made out of so that people don't get, zapped by lightning?
Well, Disney Imagineers have thought of everything. Do you ever see the movie Wolverine?
I have.
And he has those like plastic knives that come out of his hand.
Well, they're not plastic; they're adamantium.
See, I didn't want to use the word.
Why not?
Because it's all very hush hush.
But okay,
the
that's
cords
still
are gonna
metal.
be
It's still metal.
No, what was the clear plastic stuff that he had in his hands?
A spork? I don't know. I don't think Wolverine shot out sporks from his fingers. Or his knuckles, really, in between. Bob, you sound like you need some sleep.
I've said too much. It's been a rough couple weeks here.
Parks. I can't see you right now, but it sounds like you sounds like you need to take a nap.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna suggest you do that. I know you've had a rough week.
Thank you. You don't know what that means to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Bob.
Goodbye.
Go get a nap and maybe a Red Bull. Wow. Patrick, did you hear that? Did you hear all that?
Yeah, I did. I was there.
You were there.
Well, when he's on the phone and the
sounds a little
phone's
unhinged.
plugged in, my microphone goes dead. So we have to work on that technology.
Yeah, we'll have to get another microphone for the studio.
Yeah, he sounds like he's having a rough time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I was with him on that whole Wolverine thing. And
you were with him?
One of the movies there, it was like they weren't metal. They
were bone.
Bone.
Yeah, but not
that
plastic.
Was it. Well, plastic bones.
No, it's not.
That's what they're using.
It's
I think
not.
that's what Bob was saying. They're going to use bone.
Yeah, because the idea was that he hadn't had the adamantium yet.
Right.
So
they're going to use bone.
Okay.
They're going to use bone.
They're going to use bone. They're going to use bone for the tethers for this new Skydangle system.
Well, when they are cooking the surf and turf, there's leftover parts. So
they're going to stick an adamantium fork in her and call it done. Anyway.
Wow. We went off the rails.
This is a weird ending to this episode. I apologize.
We should probably cut all of that.
We're gonna end the episode right now. But thank you for tuning in. Next week we're 21.
How about that?
So next week when you listen to us, you'll have to have a drink on our behalf because our show has entered its 21st episode. Again, if you want to send us anything, you want to send us a question for the show or comment, you can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EarfulPod. Voicemail is always open, 814-314-9482. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Facebook. Anything else you want to add?
Don't forget to spay or neuter your pets.
Oh. Okay. I didn't realize Bob Barker was here to tell us all that. Bob Barker and Bob Disney. Two Bobs.
That's correct.
In one show.
That's right.
So have a safe week. Can't wait to talk to you all about our trip when we get back, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.